Welcome to Biggest Geekest. We're your hosts. I'm Randy.
I'm Joe.
This is episode 201 of our show, and the date is Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Pretty sweet, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We got our boys Larry Elliott and Ben here. Going to finish up that game from last week. Patrick, unfortunately, is gone. He's MIA.
His character will be standing in the corner in the dimmer light, kind of turning in around in circles.
You can never trust a wizard. He disappeared.
He disappeared. I think he got captured at Gen Con. The blue hairs wouldn't let him go.
Well, Gen Con has plenty of them.
Dude, later we'll be talking more. If we have time tonight, I'd like to spend a few minutes, if we're not too late, I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about Gen Con, in particular the Blackmore debacle, which I think is going to be a big deal.
I didn't hear about that, although I did
It's a thing.
watch a little video on the continued escalating doom
Yeah.
that Wizards of the Coast is apparently spelling for the entire RPG, tabletop RPG industry.
Now they're just leaving.
Or hobby, because the whole hobby, we won't be able to play
No.
any kind of game in our
Our
hobby
dice and our books will all be taken by Wizards of the Coast. They are the villains of all things.
because how dare they want to go digital? I mean, how dare they?
Just quick minute. I think they're just carving out a new place for themselves. They're
Yeah,
going to shift D&D over to online.
part of it. Yeah,
I think it eventually is going to be all of it. Now, I think
would
Ryan David from Nerd Cognito is right. I think you're going to be able to buy the books, but they're going to be, $80 for whales only sort of things.
maybe, but
I
they're
think so.
really going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Maybe they'll get
We're
a
all
whole
be
crop of
sitting
new-
around. We're all going to be sitting around Randy's table playing at his house on computers.
I mean, some people will buy have been buying piecemeal like races and classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But for the most part, people still buy the player's handbook at least.
All
I
right.
mean, this particular iteration, they're not doing it.
No. I didn't get any gaming in this week. Did any of you guys get to game this week, Joe?
No, but I got rained on all day today.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
good for a mailman.
We played Board Wars Friday night.
Huh?
Oh, you played what?
We played Board Wars.
Oh, yeah, Larry. Horde Wars. We did play Horde Wars.
Oh, that was this past Friday.
Is it just me or does Larry look frozen? Now he's moving.
Yeah, he keeps insisting on doing the streaming with Wi-Fi.
I do too, but I have also a hard connection.
How far is it approximately, do you think, from where you have your laptop to the where you could plug it in at with a network cable?
15 to 20 feet.
Oh, they don't make cords that long.
Yeah, Patrick
could-
chimed in. I wish he was here to have a Gen Con recap, but
I might,
after the game.
yeah, I might have a network cable that long, but it may be inconvenient to try to string it from where you are at to where it is at.
Hey, Joe, did you ever get the attachment that I emailed you last week? No? That's a big no.
What was it concerning?
It was a couple of weeks ago, you were looking for a Savage Worlds handout that had like the combat, just like a quick reference sheet of like combat mechanics and things like that at Randy's house. I acquiesced one and I forwarded it over to you last week. So it probably says like combat, chase, what have you, but it's kind of like all encompassing into one little PDF.
Did you buy the box? You didn't do the Kickstarter box, did you, Joe?
No, I don't believe in Kickstarters. They're against my religion.
You need to believe in them because they believe in you.
Okay, I will just scroll a little bit so I can find something with an attachment
Yeah.
from last week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's okay. It
Well,
was
don't-
after the last session.
But Horde Wars was pretty fun. We killed that beholder-like thing. That was good. Felt weird though, like building characters to sort of defeat it. But
I did not. I stayed true to my character concept.
I didn't think my guy was gonna. I just wanted a lot of hit points so I wouldn't go down first, and I still did. I had 31 hit points, dude, at third level. What are you talking about? I was a king. I was a
You
king.
were, except that you know, kind of
Didn't matter.
Okay, so kind of ended up doing something similar to the previous session. No, I didn't get it. I did not get an email with an attachment from you. So
All right.
you failed emailing.
I probably have the PDF. I could send you that little piece on there. I think I have it.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I will do it.
Ben's doing it. He's tired.
All you have to do is respond to no.
That's what I did.
It's Joe's fault. Let's blame Joe.
I
Oh,
can't help what my email provider does not give me.
sure. You
You
sound like
might
my
have to check
students.
your spam. I bet you.
You sound like my students.
You
I didn't get
need
the
to stop
email.
sending me spam.
Oh,
You got it last week. You saw us from Ben and just deleted it.
so
It's okay. I'm used
Yeah.
to that.
why don't we get started, man? Because we can hopefully tonight we're going to finish it up. I'll be floored if we don't finish this up. I'm expecting this to be done early. I mean, I got a TPK perfectly set up, so I don't want to be messing with that stuff. So again, a quick introduction. Joe, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Jacques. It's right here.
Oh, you got it.
Here
Yeah,
we go.
Jacques the Wizard.
Yes. So
Ben
we
is
still have a
playing-
wizard, so we're good.
Ben is playing
Alvin,
and what's
the
his
alchemist.
Ooh, the Alchemist, yeah. And then Larry,
Rocky Quaid.
Rocky Quaid, and he is a warrior extraordinaire, right?
Yeah, big fighter. Yep.
Falagar Sunfire disappeared with his great battle as he defeated the water elemental. A flash of burning light caused him to disappear, but he did completely destroy that water elemental at the end. You guys, watermelon. He defeated a watermelon. So, quick recap. Last time you took a mission from Darius Alaric. He's a well-known seafaring adventurer, clearly very wealthy. He seemed jovial. He was kind. He approached you in the tavern, the Needy Narwhal. He wanted you to help him retrieve this artifact called the Orb of the Elder Tide. It was supposedly lost in an ancient elven city that was on an island called Alari. And he said he needed this orb sort of desperately, though he offered you either 500 gold pieces if you could not obtain it. It was too dangerous because he's apparently sent other adventuring parties and even a few groups, at least one or two groups of wardens, adventurers who work for the queen. And he sent you off with his one of his bosun mates, Riley. Remember, he's kind of a tubby guy, but he seems pretty adept at boating. Took you on a smaller ship.
slovenly, but very professional.
Yeah, slovenly, but he can do his job. He clearly is good at what he does. He doesn't look like he would be, but he's very good. And he did not want to, he being Captain Alari, did not want to be near this place in the water where this island supposedly rises up only during the Seeker's moon, which is kind of an orange moon, which is high in the sky at this point. And so he's a good few hours away on the easternmost island chain of the Coral Reef Isles. Anyway, you have come in here, you fought a few giant crabs from your boat. You destroyed them, and they're like almost 5 foot in diameter. They were big dudes, but you guys handled them pretty well, though Rocky was pretty bold, just jumped in the water about, shoulder deep and fought them off, and you guys helped. And then while you were resting to recover some of your strength, late in the first watch, you were attacked by two trolls, apparently of the sea variety, as they had gills and such, and a creature, a water elemental, which was giving you some trouble until Thalagar, the white mage, used his powerful magic and destroyed the beast, but it took him with it. Jacques has already ascertained you don't think Thalagar is dead, but you do think he's been magically transported somewhere. You don't know where, but something powerful, or a backlash perhaps of his magic, which has you a bit worried because all sorts of bad things can happen when you get teleported with backlash.
Yes.
You're not sure if he was just successful, but he screwed things up and it cost him. But perhaps we'll find out another day. So it is about 3 or 4 in the morning. You are sitting there in the longboat, close to the shores, probably tied off. But you guys decided to. I don't know if he tied off or not, or did you have Raleigh just? He dropped anchor. I think
He dropped anchor.
He dropped anchor, so you're not quite on the shore. And you recall, it's a rocky beach, which you already figured out looks to be stairs. Apparently, this was part of the city, Asla Alari, but at this point, all that it seems to be on the islands you can see is some sort of old temple, and there is where the Orb of the Elder Tide is supposed to be. You did notice that the top part of the temple itself is circular. In fact, I'll give you a
Dome.
Yeah, I'll give you a view here. This is the rough picture of the temple, and part of the dome was cracked and broken. So there seems to be sharp edges on, and makes the hemisphere not perfectly spherical. So you have an opportunity now to gather yourselves. You should all have a full complement of bennies. I will get mine for any wild cards I have, plus I get 1 for each one of the player characters, so I only get 3 extra today.
We should all get an extra Benny because Ben is here.
We really should.
The synergy, the Bens.
I should, the Bens. Maybe if you're really good tonight and don't die in a horde conflagration of fire and flame, that will be okay.
We did not recover PowerPoints, though, correct?
If
Because
you
our
wish,
rest was unsuccessful.
correct. But if you wish, you could spend another hour, and you could do that.
Yes, and 58 minutes later, we will get attacked again.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you wish to wait? Oh,
Are you-
remind me. Did you kill both the trolls?
One fled, I thought. Oh, wait,
One
no. The one that fled got killed, though, too, by Larry, right?
Did he Did you get a?
I thought
attack?
Rocky slew him.
I know he killed one. I don't know if he killed the second one. Did the second one get away?
I think one of them might have gotten.
I think the second one did get away.
Because they do swim quite fast, and if you didn't kill him in one shot, he got away.
Yeah,
So-
for big dudes, they swim fast.
They do. It's almost like they were, I don't know, born in the sea. So, anyway,
That
Up to you
can't matter.
up to you guys. So, I think as per the rules, standard Savage Worlds, you need to just an hour needs to pass. Correct, Joe? It doesn't
Okay,
require
if
rest.
it depends on activity. Obviously, it's combat is a no.
Mhm.
But if you're walking around, you could be riding a horse, on a wagon, as long as it's not something like combat or something else you deem as the DM
Okay.
that makes it more
Strenuous.
than yeah.
Since there's only 3 of you, I'm going to say you have to rest a full hour. You're welcome.
That phrase didn't make any sense.
I know. That's why I said it. It was hilarious. So, DM
'Cause
Randy says,
initially
I
it
would-
sounded like you were going to be nice, but
I
then
know.
you had that twist at the end.
yeah, that's kind of
like M.
how
Night Shyamalan.
I like to, yeah, you never know what's going to happen. And the way I see it is, if we looked in the books, we could find the rules, but let's not do that. Let's just wing it. So, you going to take another hour, or you going to head on in with your PowerPoints you have left?
Let's try another hour. If he screws us over again, guys, we'll know what to do.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought we said last time we were
tonight, but what we will do is twofold. One, we will get screwed over by Randy,
1, yeah.
and then we will whine about it afterwards, and then continue on and not worry about it until tomorrow when we all meet and plan his demise.
So I've got a 10-sided die, a massively huge one. And if I roll a 1, you're going to be hating me tomorrow and probably planning my demise. Dude, I'm on fire. So,
See, you didn't even have to roll.
well, when you cheat, see, it works out like that. But let's pretend like I didn't cheat. Like I actually rolled a 1, which I did, by the way. I rolled a 1. So you guys are in some doo-doo. Let's see.
Yeah, but it
So-
happens at 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
So when
We only
how
got
long
30
does the
seconds.
Well, because here's what I've done. Just so you know, I rolled a D20.
That's not a D20.
A D12. A D12. And
This is how I cheated.
Yeah, my cheating is I just roll some random die, and whatever I get.
Don't even look.
I
He's
don't
like,
even look. It's
okay,
amazing
so-
how stuff happens like that. You and I roll a d12 and multiply the result by 5, so that was 9 times 5, 45 minutes into the next rest. Larry's probably alert. You guys are trying to really rest. The boat gets bumped, and make a notice roll. All of you can roll that. I'm going to give the ones that are recovering power points a penalty of 1. Everybody else gets a normal roll. And I will put Mr. Riley in this too. He'll take a shot at trying to notice. The target is a 4. I can't see what Larry's doing. He's frozen.
4.
Yep.
I got a 4 with
Okay.
the -1.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin's taking a nice nap.
No, Arnman is asking about the nat 12. No, so Randy rolls 2 dice. So not only he doesn't combine into the dice how long an encounter comes in. He rolls 2. So the 1 dice, he screws us over. He probably has a trick die that always comes up 1.
Yes.
So-
Arnman, an
so-
hour would mean you're good. The encounter happens.
But
Yep. But I just roll. Anyway, so again, the boat gets bumped again. And this time you see a form. It's very large. And it seems to have sort of a dorsal fin, maybe about 2.5 feet sticking out of the water.
I don't notice that.
Shark.
No, everybody does finally because Riley's looking and he goes, "Oh man," he goes, "I'm drawing anchor. We need to get to the shore."
all right, let's get to the shore.
Okay, and so Riley begins doing that. The creature comes back again, hits the boat really hard. Make an agility saving throw, but I'm going to let you have a +1 on it.
This is not a crossroad. It's just open water near this island that is,
Yeah.
for some reason, extremely busy.
Yeah, it's got a lot of busyness. Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Oh, so you're making an agility test. So you'll roll your wild die and your agility. I'm going to give you a +1. So all you got to get is a 3 or higher on one of those two, and you're good. Okay. Yep.
Agility test. I rolled it. My best I got was a 2.
But you have +1, right? Oh,
Yeah.
That's not good. Okay, so I should roll for Riley as well.
You have your bennies. Don't forget about your bennies, Jacques.
Yep. Do you want to reuse your Benny?
Does this mean I fall into the water?
You're going to go. You're going to start to fall overboard, and I'm going to give you another one, or you're in. You get
I
jostled. Riley's moving around quickly to get the anchor. He jostles you a little bit. You kind of stand up, trying to get out of his way. Then the shark hits, and you're like, "Whoa!" Now it's not like ramming you fully. I don't know if you're about great whites. They would bite normally to test something out. He's still trying to see what you are exactly. So he's
Right.
not truly attacking unless
Right.
you
'Cause
fall,
what
fall
he's
unless
hitting
you
right
fall
now
in the water.
is good.
Yeah. So if you want to use a Benny, you can and re-roll.
I can use a Benny on the second roll though.
You could.
I would
So-
like to help Joe if I can and reach out for him to help
okay.
steady him.
All right. So I'll give Joe. Just don't roll snake eyes. But Larry,
you had to say that out
but
loud.
Larry, make another agility test.
Yeah, I did. I got a 4.
Rocky's got to roll an agility test
That
again.
would be 9.
Okay, you guys are good. You grab Jacques. He doesn't really go overboard, but he starts to lean over, and you go, "Oh, easy, big boy."
I was
And,
just wanting to see it.
Well, yeah, and you get a good
With my
glimpse.
face.
That dude's bigger than the boat, and probably as wide. So he's a massive shark. Riley gets you guys to the shore, quickly pulls it on. The creature doesn't follow. He goes out to the sea. He was probably just exploring. He would love to explore with a bite on Joe's hip, but he didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
And
I'm just to let folks know, I like to give Randy a hard time, but he does not like for the player characters to be sitting around.
no, he doesn't. He finds
No.
it very annoying.
Yeah, Randy as a DM wants to push the characters forward.
Okay.
And if we try to slow the momentum, things happen. So.
If you would, I literally wrote a 1, dude. On the
You didn't
encounter.
have to have a die roll. You could
I
just say,
didn't,
yeah,
but I felt it was fun. You guys get to the shore. If you wish, You can spend 15 more minutes, and I'll let you get your power points back. I'm feeling generous. That wasn't too terribly stressful, was it? Just a great white that could eat you in one bite.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys rest a little bit longer, and I'm going to say your power points come back.
Well, that hour only gives us 5 power.
That's yeah, 5. Sorry, 5 power points. Yeah. So you're on the island. It is dark. You see the you can see it in the with the Seeker's moon up. It's pretty clear to see the top of the island, or the top of the temple. And I'm not going to describe it exactly as you see, but this is a close rendition. You do notice that there appears to be some growth all along the rocky shore, and into what you thought were bushes look more like coral. What's the topiary? Not of creatures, but more like walls and stuff. So it's more like a forest of coral topiary. I don't know if that's the right word. I'll use that.
That's fine. Hey, wands.
Yes.
Is it once you use all the points out of the wands are gone, right?
Yes, until or if I decide I want to have a recharge mechanic.
All right.
I kind of like a recharge mechanic, but we'll see.
Alrighty.
So what do you guys want to do? So you've rested up and you got 5 power points back. Again, it's probably 3 in the morning, I think, because you guys left in the. What time did you guys arrive? I think it's probably. Yeah, let's say 2 or 3 in the morning.
Do we still hear the chanting going on?
That has stopped. It stopped about 45 minutes to it.
So there's a tower going up, and then there's stairs going down, or just
Well,
a tower going up.
So all you can see is the top of the dome.
Yeah.
This is just a rough picture of about what I would call the scale. I can't make it bigger, but if each square is about 10 feet, it's a good. Let's see what we got there. 6, 10. So 10 times 10, 100 feet across. It's pretty big, and it's got more of a dome shape. You can't see the staircase. You can't see the break. The break just represents the brokenness of the top of the tower. So this is not a perfect description of what the tower looks like. Right. It's just something to get your eyeballs acclimated to that. So, and that's off in the distance. But if you see along these ridges here, what looks like sort of forest around the edges, that's more like coral walls, almost like a maze, not unlike The Shining, trying to get into it, but not quite as, doesn't seem to be as complex, but hard to tell till once you're in it.
Yeah, because we don't actually see it from top down.
You see forward, and it's high enough above the tree line, the coral line, to be able to.
So the green stuff isn't. The green stuff is coral.
Correct.
And then the dome sticks up out of the top of the coral.
Right.
All right.
And there's kind of like walls and stuff that kind of, hinder you. Got to walk around and stuff like that. So
I have a raven.
Okay.
I'm going to send the raven. We're going to get out of the boat.
Sure.
I'm going to send the raven ahead to scout, and then I can look through its eyes.
Okay. So you're going to send him up high, I assume, and the raven, with the moon, he can see very well. But I think ravens can see in the dark anyway. I'm not positive, but I think this guy could probably see a lot with the Seeker's moon. With the orange glow over the island, the raven looks about, and he kind of, he's kind of mostly floating with the sea breeze. And as he gets closer, you can see through his eyes. Is that correct,
yes.
Jacques? Okay. So Jacques, his sight, while better than yours, still gives you enough to tell. It looks like inside the dome where the break is, there is a very light greenish, sort of bright green light deep within, but it's not like shooting way out or giving clarity. It looks like maybe the dome at one time was probably beautiful and ornate, but the thing that catches the crow's eye as he turns is he sees 2 large creatures that remind you a lot of those trolls. They're standing on the staircase, and they have spears in their hands, and what appears to be 3 or 4 spears each, leaning on either side of the doorway of the entrance to the temple itself.
Okay,
that's a quick pass. I'm not assuming if you're gonna go further in, or what you're gonna do with your raven.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see. Okay, so the staircase here that I'm got the mouse going around. That's where the trolls are at. Yeah,
and it seems to be the entrance to the keep. The only one you can see other than the crack in the ceiling, in the dome. Sorry.
Well, that crack in the dome, does it do the same thing as it does here? It goes all the way to the ground?
No, it's only, I'm sorry. Yeah, that crack is probably, if the dome itself is, I don't know, 90 feet up, it's probably just off a few degrees. So it's probably
Okay.
it'd be a heck of a climb to get to that. And it's plenty wide enough. You're sure all three of you could jump together through the hole, but it's,
You have to jump all the way up there in the first.
yeah, that'd be a good climb. So yeah, but there seems to be, you can move around to the far side, perhaps approach from the back and try to climb that way, or see if there's an entrance. I'm assuming, unless you tell me otherwise, your crow is not like, he's not flying down close, or is he? Is he like a good 30, 40 feet above the dome? Or is
Okay,
he coming
so
down closer?
whatever height would give the look that you're showing us now,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And I want to just do a circle around and see if there's any other points where we could approach this and bypass those stairs.
There does look to be a large door on the back, but it's also encrusted in that coral.
We can maybe decrustify it.
You could.
Let's try that.
We have strong men with us. He can crush through things. Yes.
That is strong.
So I'm going to call the Raven back, return to my own eyeballs, and suggest we take the back door if possible. That has no other meaning other than the obvious.
Of course not. Of course not. Absolutely not.
The with your first passover, you can see it's not much of a maze, but if you just follow the most obvious route, it's going to lead you right to the stairs leading up. But you think you could probably move your way. If we're looking, if above us is north and below us is south, so the stairs are south, then that's the orientation. So south, north, west, and east. So you think you could get around either way, though you got to make your way through some of the coral.
Which
Okay.
side are we coming onto this island on?
You are
East or west?
approaching it from the southern side, so you're coming right toward the staircase at this
Oh
point.
dear. Okay.
So
yeah.
we
But you can go around it if you want.
Yeah, we skirt around. Well,
Are you going to walk or you get back in the ship? How are you going to do this?
can we walk that around?
Sure, you think so. But you'd have to get in there and
I
find
vote
it.
walk. We've battled enough things in the water at this point.
Riley says, I'll keep an
Sharky
eye
still
on,
might be around.
I'll keep an eye on the boat and that big old fish.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So we will make our way as best we can, skirting around toward. Which way should we go? East or west? Probably east. West.
Yeah,
Okay.
west makes sense if we're coming from the southwest.
So you
yeah.
head in, and instead of going the path that seems the little coral walls are taking you, you want to head west. Now, as soon as you start walking, notice the ground is also not grass. It's sort of coral too, and it's very, very rough. In fact, it's kind of annoying if you have any kind of, if you have cloth on instead of, like, I'm sure even armor is not covering your ankles and your legs completely unless you're in a suit of plate mail. You're getting some scratches. And you look down, and it just seems strange how every one of you periodically run into something and scratch. I'm going to need everybody to make a roll for me. Let me make sure I read this correctly. Everybody needs to make a spirit roll. You kind of feel like there's something watching you the whole time, and it makes you turn left and right, and you run into some of this coral, and it's very sharp.
Ooh.
Okay, 5. Ben's good. Nope, didn't make
8.
it. 8. Oh, that's good. No problem.
That's a raise, unless.
Yes, it is. So you managed to kind of calm yourself and realize there's nothing watching me. It's all in my head. Same for Alvin. Would you like to use what did you roll there, Rocky?
A 2.
Do you want to use the Benny or not?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Oh, 4.
A 4?
Yep.
Okay, very good. So you all kind of calm yourselves, though there is something unnerving about it. You realize it's probably just tricks in your head and stuff like that. You're not really sure what's going on. But the coral is very, the rise and fall of the land and just sometimes you kind of stumble when you didn't think you would. Put your hand down. Go ahead and make an athletics check. This journey along the island is rougher than you had originally intended.
Dang it.
If you want to use a Benny, feel free.
I dropped a die.
Okay,
I got a 5.
5.
good.
Two aces so far.
Oh, okay.
10.
Oh, well, you managed to steal yourself. You don't get like cut up and bruised too bad. By the way, had you failed, I would have given you a level of fatigue as you make your way across the island. But you can't stop yourself from feeling like something's watching you, but nothing really bothers you all the way around to the back. And you do manage to make yourself to the other side of the temple, but it does seem to take longer than you would expect. And standing before the temple now, you can see a rise in the ground of maybe looks like a slope of maybe 10 degrees, where you guess at one time there was probably stairs also, but it's completely covered. And the doorway is outlined in this coral. Though the handle looks to be free of that, you can also see what looks to be a dolphin and sort of jumping and sort of in play over water, coming up out of water like an arcing symbol. That must be the symbol of the temple. And you see nothing around it, but it's 30 feet ahead with a little bit of a slope across the coral. What do you guys do?
So if here's a question, because I don't
Sure.
think I still fully understand. So I have arcane, but
You do.
my background in that is alchemy. Does arcane, like across the board, like I could use that for studying symbols?
More for the occult would be more for symbols. The arcane
Okay.
alchemy is for your particular.
I do have a D4 in occult. Could I try to?
You can make an occult roll. Yep.
The mighty D4. Hey, there's an ace. That's a 7.
Okay, so you almost got a raise, but you do determine that there's clearly magic. This coral is not natural, and it is connected to the temple, you think. You get the feeling that it's a defense mechanism. And you think about it, it took you guys a while to get through, so it would slow. Like if there was a time where this temple might have been attacked, it probably would have slowed the movements of any troops heading toward the temple itself. So you get the feeling that it's defensive, but not super dangerous, right? The coral itself is not super dangerous.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to try the door knob. You said the doorknob itself is free.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just going to test the doorknob, see if it even moves.
The doorknob moves, but you can't. It feels kind of stuck.
Is it all stone?
It is stone, and then you notice there is coral along anywhere the cracks are, anywhere the creases are. There's coral in there, like it's kind of holding it shut.
I want to see if I can. So part of elemental manipulation is for earth,
Sure.
right? And this is stone.
Yep.
I want to see if I can use it to just manipulate the material just enough to crack away from the coral, just enough to get the door open.
Okay, you can make that spell. If you want to burn that spell, I'm going to give you a +2 on your roll, but you're going to need to. It's going to be opposed by the magic of the temple.
Okay.
So
I want to send out good vibrations that we are one with the coral, so that it will not oppose us.
we are a one. We are the coral. We're the coral crew.
We're the coral crew.
Basically, you're trying to say we're not attacking. We're here to visit.
We're visitors. But we're friendly. We like coral, even though
Want to acquiesce.
it's been cutting the crap out of us the whole evening.
Could have been worse.
Yes. All right. So you said you're opposing, right?
Yeah. Are you happy with your roll? I'm sticking with mine.
I am not happy.
Okay.
That's probably because I was delivering mail all day in the rain.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I am going to use one of my 3 bennies to re-roll.
Okay. And remember, when you re-roll, you take the higher of the 2.
All right. I got a 5.
Did you count your +2 I gave you?
Oh, 7.
Okay. So you do feel a strong resistance. You have a hard time manipulating it, but all of a sudden you see, while you're trying to manipulate the stone, you think maybe you're kind of thinking goodwill. You see you swear the coral moves or the stone does. You're not sure, but but all of a sudden you're able to open the door. But it's not easy. You're strong enough, but you got to kind of pull it out, and it opens up.
Larry's strong enough.
You feel very humid, not hot, humid inside the temple. And you know how it almost feels like it's wet, right? So it's very, and it smells like, of course, seawater. But inside the temple, it appears to be even more humid than out here.
Oh, okay.
Goody.
Well, let's go in, guys.
I assume you have a light source because you're humans. I didn't even think of that. I mean, who's carrying a torch?
Let's see. There was something that we had.
Are we all humane?
There was something that we had.
I thought you had a lantern, I thought. Or was that Patrick had cast light?
Oh, yeah.
Balagard
Patrick was
cast
our light source.
He was the light source, I believe. Your light source is gone.
Bum, bum, bum,
Bum.
bum.
I'm guessing my mercenary pack would have a torch, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you were
that
saying-
sounds good. We'll go with that. You light a torch, Lair?
Yep.
So you going in with your shield or with your sword out?
I'm going up with my sword.
I guess you could you have your shield and hold the torch?
Well, I'm kind of dragging the sword,
Okay.
half dragging. So if I have to, I have to set the torch down to start swinging it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'm
So-
kind of doing it so it's like not really a offensive weapon at this point. Kind of like a peaceful,
Mhm.
kind of using it like a crutch as I'm walking in.
So you come in. Inside, you notice that the walls are all in like bas relief. I mean, it shows a variety of elven people. They look like they are. So the wall is drawn sort of and cut out in sort of 3D. And even with what little light you have here from the torch, you can tell the detail looks impressive. The coral has not reached inside here. But on the floor, you notice that it's got elven people. I'm sorry, I didn't finish describing. They're sort of like raising their hands up, and you can see a star pattern. You see periodically dolphins seemingly diving over these elven folks. You get the feeling they're priests for sure. They're in robes and such. The floor of the place, while made of stone, you see a small like river carved in it, and then you see water that is flowing. Okay, flowing sort of toward the east, and it's going around. So like where you see in the picture. We're not there. I don't have that exact picture, but you can see that the floor itself has this sort of, I don't want to call it a crack, but like a river even drawn, and the water is flowing to the east. And it comes back almost, and you assume it's circular in some fashion, but forward ahead, you can see that there's another doorway, but it's slightly open. But what catches your eye is the great detail in this bas relief. They almost look like they're alive. So what do you guys do?
So
And
the river.
the river goes under the walls, if you're wondering, and it's only about 4.5, 5 inches wide.
So is it actual water, or is it the stone that's moving? Like,
It looks like water. You reach down and touch it.
yeah, I will.
Yeah, feels like water. A little cool.
Just a little bit of a taste, just with the tip of a.
You would guess water. Didn't taste bad. Tastes like kind of
Does
fresh
it taste
water.
like seawater or fresh water?
Yeah, seawater for sure.
Okay, so don't drink a whole lot of it because that'll.
Yeah, no.
No, definitely
So
seawater.
the bas relief that's on the wall,
Yeah,
you said it looks almost real.
it does. It's amazing. The detail is. This might be.
So
This
I'm
is the
going
most
to-
impressive carved building you've probably ever seen.
I'm going to follow along with my finger
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can detect anything
Sure.
about it.
You can make either a notice or a smarts roll, whichever's higher for you. Probably
Ooh,
smarts.
smarts.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
He's a smarty pants.
He is.
Six.
Okay. Roll a d10 for me, please.
4.
Okay, you're kind of feeling along, and you would never have seen this if you didn't kind of use your hands. And one figure has got, what looks to be a cloak. When you touch it, it kind of gives, almost like jelly, until you jump back for a second. And then you can see its outline. It looks like It's made of some sort of silk, but it has liquid inside of it. So the cloak is thick over this guy's shoulder, and it's tied with some sort of thick green rope. But it's looks like it's something almost like imagine if a cloak was full of water, like a water bed. It's a water cloak. That's what it looks like. And it's pretty ornately woven.
And it's tied around the neck of some carved dude on the wall.
Some carved figure, yeah. Mhm.
How big is it?
Person size. It would fit you. It would fit anybody else. It would look a little small.
I'm gonna untie it and see if it'll come off.
Hey, time out. Real long shot says, "Are we going live on Rumble? Has that not happened?"
It should.
Okay, just saying. Pause for the cause. Sorry, real long shot.
I will look over there.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little more so I can see a little more detail myself. Rumble not doing his thing. Dead air. Dead air. No.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't.
Strange.
Please
Didn't
pause
do its
for any
thing.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Rumble. Rumble didn't work for some reason tonight. I don't have any way of fixing it.
Sorry, real long shot. Okay, so yes, you can untie that cloak if you want to.
Okay.
You untie it. It's a little heavier, but it's kind of weird. Like, how a waterbed, kind of feels all wavy. It kind of feels like that, but it's shaped like a cloak.
All right. I will cast Detect Arcana on it and see if I can
Okay.
figure anything else about it.
Sure. Ben,
6.
Alvin and Rocky make a notice roll, please. 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be, it's definitely got some sort of magical effect to it. You're almost positive it would be really great in the water. Mechanically speaking, if you wear it, what we'll do, it'll add 1 to your die type for athletics while swimming.
Nice.
Just for swimming. So
Right.
it's a minor magic, but I mean, it's a nice cloak, but it's kind of weird looking, but it does seem to be, yeah, that's what you figured. So,
All right.
all right. Rocky and Alvin, what did you guys get on your notice rolls?
11.
10.
Wow. Okay,
I got
where the door is
I got the torch right here.
where the door is partially ajar, you hear someone speaking. Rather, you rolled so high, you can tell they're trying to whisper, and they have a very deep, guttural voice. Do you guys speak any languages other than the common tongue? Okay. So anyway, there is some movement. Someone or someones are talking, trying to be quiet, but not being very good at it. Or you guys are super good at hearing, one or the other.
Be very, very quiet.
Turn just right, and the noise, the vibrations is going right into my helmet, vibrating,
Okay, yeah.
intensifying the sound.
So Jacques, you have found you would call this a minor magical item, but you've never seen anything quite like this before. It's got some really unique, the seamstress, whoever it was, did a heck of a job. It's very nice. You think it could be worth some money too to the right buyer.
Yeah.
Looks
I'll stick
valuable.
it in my pack.
Okay, it's not too heavy. You can do
Okay.
that.
So, would we be able to identify, like, maybe not what they're saying, but what language they're speaking, even if we don't speak the language? Is it recognizable?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a smarts roll, and if you give me a smarts roll, you can
Oh,
probably tell.
hey. I'm decently smart.
Yeah, see if you can
apparently.
figure this
That
out.
could even be a common knowledge.
Yeah, but I'll go with smarts.
Smarts.
7.
Oh, okay. You go, that sound reminded you of those trolls. Not that they spoke much other than, it's like they wanted to kill you. It's like, that could be
And
them. That
How
could be
far
them.
away is that? How far away is that door?
Probably about 15 feet, and it is slightly
Okay.
open.
I've got in my, I don't know if it's in my pouch or where I store all my stuff, but I've got some alchemist fire.
Sure.
Noticing that those are trolls, I'm going to
Mhm.
take some of that out and just throw it at the door,
Oh, okay.
kind of
So-
like to create like a wall of sorts of fire.
Sure. So you throw it, and it hits the stone, of course, and shatters and shoots up in flame. I think alchemist fire will burn for 5 rounds. I think that's what it is. So
I think I'd have to look.
It
at
doesn't
quick
create a
small
wall of
percentages.
flame, but wherever
Right.
it is, there's flames shooting off, and then everybody hears "Ugh," like that, and you hear another voice in a very same sort of intonation as the trolls, but definitely a little bit different. Says something, and what do you guys do?
Well, the only place we can go is forward to that doorway that now has a wall of fire on it.
Well, I wouldn't call it a wall of fire, but imagine that where the door is open. Say there's like a half a foot, no, probably 8-inch crack where the stone doors open up. Along it is just a a splash, probably 6 inches wide and down to the floor, right to my hip, right to a hip of a 6-foot guy, and the fire is burning out and goes across the bottom enough to make sort of a little sheet. I mean, it would be enough probably to upset trolls. They don't want to come running through that.
I have a potion of tongues, so I'm going to go ahead and drink that and see if I
Okay.
can. I'm going to move a little closer and see if I can hear anything that they're saying that might give us a clue on what to do.
Okay, so you move up to the door, and you're careful not to get too close to that burning alchemist fire, and you listen closely. Make a notice roll. I'm going to give you a +1 because they're trying to still be quiet, but at this point it's kind of stupid. But I assume Rocky and Alvin are 15 feet back still.
Yeah, I just chucked it.
Sure.
I got a 4 with the +1.
Okay, so even they're trying to be quiet. Clearly, it's not their strength. You hear a voice that's distinct from the others. It's doing some sort of chanting. You swear is a spell cast, and you can hear 2 large figures moving both to your right. You think they're trying to get in a position to flank that door.
Okay. All right. So I move back and I'm a spellcaster. And I whisper. Yeah. Someone whisper, locations approximate of the scrolls. So eventually we're going to have to go in there. So.
Why don't we go into initiative? I'm not saying we're fighting. I just want to be able to track what each person's doing because they're doing stuff, you're doing stuff. So we'll see what people decide to do. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the first card. Jacques will get a 6 of diamonds. Everybody's hearing me okay, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alvin will get a 7 of spades. Rocky will get a 9 of spades. And the bad guys will go on a 5 of spades. So you guys are in pretty good shape. This is going to give me some turn order. So, Rocky, what are you going to do now? I'm not trying to understand this. Jacques, you turned around and said, let's be quiet. Did you move away from the door or did you stay where you were?
I went closer to them so I could actually
Okay, so-
talk without.
Okay,
being
so
too loud.
you kind of are near the entrance of the room. Go ahead. Rocky, what do you want to do?
I'm going to actually try to go up to the. I'm going to try to stay to the side of the door,
Sure.
so that if something comes through it, I can
Right. So you're leaning. You're
try
kind of
to
up against.
surprise it.
Are you going to the door, and so you could sort of see through the crack, right, a little bit?
Yep.
Because are you right up on the door, close to the fire, or are you back a couple of steps?
I'm back a couple of steps, but I'm close enough where I can quickly get
Make
to it.
Make a normal notice roll. Whatever your normal notice roll is. Then give a -1 for vision. It's vision based.
It's a 7.
Oh, you see a shadowy movement of a large figure on the opposite door. So if the door's like this, you're on this hand. Something on the other side has moved there just a little bit. You get the feeling maybe it's probably one of those trolls that, well, Alvin didn't say that. Jacques didn't say that, but something big has moved to kind of doing what you're doing, it seems like. So you point to the others. Okay. Alvin, you're up.
I'm trying to point that there's something right around the door here.
Yeah. Alvin, you're up, bud.
I am going to cast Boost.
Okay. Boost trait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I. And I'm going to try to boost Rocky's fighting,
Okay.
and I'm going to do that with an additional 2 mana.
Okay.
Then he can get a free reroll.
Nice.
Oh, that's a D8.
Big money. Needs a 4. 8 will be a raise.
I got a 5.
Okay.
So your fighting goes up a die type, and you get a free reroll.
How often does he get the free reroll? Does it say?
Once
time
per
around.
round.
Oh wow. Okay. One attack. Nice. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, well played. You gonna move or stay where you're at?
Me, I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna position myself to where if I need to like kind of chuck something through the door or like hurl
Okay.
a spell that way, I'm gonna
Right.
position myself.
So I'm assuming you guys are probably well. So Rocky's close to the door. You and Jacques are roughly 8-10 feet apart. You're equidistant to the exit door and this door, but you're looking at forward and can kind of get yourself ready to throw something if you need to.
Oh yeah.
Jacques, you're up.
All right. So my character is probably not interested in that cloak we got because he has a cloak of dragon scales as part of one of his edges,
Gotcha.
and that makes him completely immune to fire. So,
Ooh.
so what I could do is just roll right through that fire and totally maybe scare the trolls,
Right.
and cast a bolt of fire right in the face of the troll that's on the other side of the door.
You could do that.
So that's exactly what I'm going to
All
do.
right. You see Jacques boldly walks right through the alchemist fire just to look cool.
Into the fire.
He's like, "Here," and he's like, I got it. Doesn't seem to even bother him. He steps through, and sure enough, you see a big old sea troll. It's about 8 feet tall, a little thin for a troll. You fought a few of these, but you kind of walk in there, and he's not surprised, but he looks kind of. Make an intimidation roll first, and I'll give you a +1.
Okay, I don't have that skill, so what do I need to roll?
D4 -1.
No, but
So-
okay.
That's
Gotcha.
with a +1. So normally a D4 -2. So that sucks.
Why would it be -2?
Isn't that the default? Am I misremembering?
I thought if you don't have the skill, it's -1.
That's -2.
It's
Minus
-2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Cool.
I rolled an ace on my D6 and my D4,
Nice.
and I rolled an ace on my D4 again,
Okay.
and again.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
12. -1.
Yes.
13.
All right. So the troll is wide-eyed and super nervous. Behind you, you hear another troll move, but not towards you. He steps back away from you, but you're kind of flanked, but not. They're like 6-8 feet from you, so only in theory are you flanked because they're not coming towards you. You're trying to back up.
Scary
You do,
fire.
however, see into a room. That greenish light is coming from a pedestal. There's a variety of other objects. I won't go into description at this point, but there is another creature back there which might be a third troll, but he's a good 20 feet from you. So go ahead.
So the glow is coming from the pedestal, though.
From a pedestal, or that creature, but he's kind of at this point he's in shadow because of the glow.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my bennies to re-roll the spellcasting check because
Sure.
I blew it.
Okay. You didn't snake eye that dude, did you?
No, I rolled 2
Okay.
3s.
Okay, because that's when
Okay,
poop
so
happens.
I was
Poop
success-
happens then.
Yeah, that's no good.
Mhm.
So I was successful, but did not get a raise.
Okay. Roll the damages.
Damages is 2d6.
This troll will not be able to heal from this firebolt. It's a bolt, right?
Yes, it's a bolt of bedevilment.
Gotcha.
It's flaming bolt of bedevilment. Ooh, I aced a d6. So 11 damage.
Oh,
11
wow.
fire. 11 fire.
Okay. So you hit that troll and you burn him down just completely. It just catches fire. He starts running around, kind of trying to wipe it off, jumps down onto he tries to jump down into put his hands in the little crack where the water river is. It does him no good. And all of a sudden you just see him slowly turn into ash. The other troll is literally terrified at the moment. He
So-
moves.
I still have the tongues potion working.
Okay. He screams,
Surrender.
fire! Like that.
Surrender.
He moves away from you,
Yes.
and the other one steps up and he goes, never. And he says that in the trollish language or whatever they're using. And you see he looks sort of like the troll, but not exactly. He's a little shorter. He does have some sort of like coral encrusted armor. He has gills. He's got a flatter nose, bigger head, fairly muscular, and he holds a halberd in his hands.
Oh.
But he raises his hands up. He goes, that is simple fire magic. You hear him say that in trollish. And he steps forward, and you see he raises his hands toward you, and you feel an onrush of wind. Let's see if it is effective against your awesimitude. You do notice that around him there seems to be like these magical flying fish flying all around his body. You can tell he's got some magic spells, sort of a magic spell protecting him of some sort.
Oh.
But anyway, let's do this. I'm sorry, guys. Got it. And he gets a success and shoots out a blast of air, and it hits you in the chest, taking how much damage? While it is wind, it hits hard. That will be 12 damage against your toughness.
That is a raise.
Okay, so that will be a wound for you.
Okay.
Do you want to try to soak that with a chip or not?
Do I get to do that for free on my turn?
Yeah, when you take damage, you can soak. It's immediate.
Okay, but I have to use a chip to do it, though.
Correct. If you're going to ever soak a wound, you have to use a chip.
Oh,
We're doing a vigor. This is a vigor roll to soak that wound.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have to make a roll, though, right?
Correct, a vigor check. Mm-hmm. How many? Was that just one wound on you?
One.
Okay.
All right. 8.
Okay, very good. So you managed to resist it. It doesn't blow you back. He didn't get a raise, but you see the doors just go. They don't completely close, but it comes a couple inches closer to being shut.
Oh,
Okay.
guys, don't leave me alone in here with 3
And so-
trolls.
Yeah, and so
I say that in
Two trolls.
common.
Yeah. At about the same time as he says that, I forgot about this. I need you guys. I'm going to let Rocky make a notice check at an additional -1. Alvin, you can make a notice check at regular because Rocky's back is to this. This is to your side.
4.
Oh, that's a success.
I'm going to use a Benny.
Okay.
Okay, remember my character is selfless, so that's why he jumped in there.
Sure.
In front of everybody.
Very
I'm
cool.
going to use another Benny because I feel like this is important.
Go ahead and take a Benny, Joe. I forgot about that. You put yourself in danger. I didn't think about that. You're selfless. Correct.
It makes me have 1.
9.
A 9. Good. So you turn to your right. You guys both notice that the river stops. When I say the river, the flow of that. I say the flow of the crack.
Crack flow.
The crack. The
Tis the
crack
season
flow.
for that too.
It kind of spills up over its edge and on all the sides, and it kind of flows. It turns backwards on itself, and you see a wall of water rise up out of it about 8 feet tall. And you see another one of those creatures, a water elemental, just appear up right behind Alvin, about 6 feet, and it reaches out and tries to smack him.
Man, what did you do, Alvin, to deserve a sneak attack from an
It didn't like the
elemental?
fire. This is the emergency sprinkler system coming out to put out the fire.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
They take
really am prepared.
fire safety very seriously.
So it
here.
tries to bash you. I don't think
Fails.
a 2 will not hit your parry. Am I correct?
It misses.
So
Believe
you
it or
step
not.
back and go, holy crap. Now we're at a new round. So start with initiative again. I'll start with Jacques just like before. Ooh, Queen of Spades for Jacques. 2 of Spades for Alvin. 3 of Hearts for Rocky. 10 of Spades for the bad guys. Rot row. Okay, Jacques, You're bold, you're selfless, and you
I'm
are
gonna-
facing off against a creature he's even smaller than the trolls, maybe 8 feet, but he holds a halberd, and you can tell he's also about that magic.
Right. So does the one troll that's still left in there with him, the other one besides him, does he look like he's coming back?
He's
toward-
cowering,
He's cowering.
and
Okay,
and
good.
the other troll is pissed off at him. He's saying, "Get up, kill that guy." He's
I'm
just
going to
a-
cast Dispel on him because it looks like he has some kind of
He
magic
does,
effect on him.
yes. Hmm.
All right. So
Okay, go ahead and make the check. By the way, I have made a couple of pre-rolls for this guy. That
Uh-huh.
way I know the numbers, what you got to get. So go ahead and see if you can bring down his protection. Oh, whenever you do this, dispel magic, do you have to, is it dispel in this game, do you pick one effect?
Let me look it up right quick.
Oh, my bad. He only has one effect. Go ahead. My bad. He didn't have time to do a second one. He's good. Go ahead.
I'm in trouble.
Okay. Did you use Snake Eyes?
I snake eyed.
Oh, okay. So that's a backlash.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin casting your spell, Dispel Magic. Something in the threads that you pull from the weave of magic around you does not like what you're pulling on. So give me a moment. Is it magical backlash? Is that where it's under? I want to find the table. I don't have the table in front of me.
I think what happens with my character, I have the wizard
Oh,
deal.
so it has a particular effect.
I have that components thing,
Mhm.
and if I
Oh, if you snake eye that.
snake eyes, the components thing kicks in, and I believe I cast my. I don't have the fantasy companion.
You are a wizard, right?
Yeah. So whatever the components thing in the fantasy companion says.
Mm-hmm. Backlash. A critical failure when activating a power is called backlash. It causes a level of fatigue. So fatigue is just like wounds, -1 to all the rolls you make, but it doesn't count as part of your death. You can have up to 2 levels of fatigue that aren't the same as wounds.
Mhm.
So, but if you get 3, you're down.
Just-
And all currently active powers instantly terminate, is what it says for a wizard. That's all I see. Backlash.
okay.
I didn't see anything else about your spells, casting. But is there something special?
Does that say that's under component?
Components. Material components hindrance. My bad. So you may have something. You may have a bonus.
You lose your components, but
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
Yeah. Power consume material. Well, maybe wizard needs to play. Blah blah. Such items are some blah 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 blah. A caster also runs out of material components if she rolls a critical failure and may replenish as above.
Okay, how about we just go with what you said and look that up
Yeah.
later?
So
Uh,
whatever spell you were doing does not work, but that does cost you power points. So
Yes.
because of the backlash. All right, so you're going to move or stay where you're at, Jacques?
Well, my component pouch is now empty,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to. If I can move back through the doorway, I'm going to do that.
You go ahead and you squeeze through your cloak protection from the fire, which is still burning. You step back in and you kind of squeeze past Rocky, and he's looking back, and you see this huge wall of water that's trying to bash Alvin. Okay.
Ah,
So anyway, and so it's going to come down and attempt the same thing. It's going to attempt to hit Alvin. And misses horribly. The other troll-like creature, you still have the tongues potion going. You can hear him saying, go on, move. So he's going to try to convince his ally to get his head out of his butt and do what he's told. So, okay. And let's see how scared this troll is. Not enough. And you hear the troll goes, oh, yes. Arubo, I will do that. And he starts heading, you hear him moving, but cautiously.
mhm.
So anyway, the water elementals rising up, heading toward Alvin. He missed him with another bash there, but he's still heading toward him, trying to jump right on him. So next would be
Hey,
Rocky.
does that backlash also negate the potion? It's an active power. It's an active spell kind of deal. It's up to you. But
I'm going to say no because you're
Okay.
taking enough. You're taking enough bad news as it is.
bad
So-
news bears.
Go, Rocky. What are you doing?
I am. How close is this elemental? It's got to be relatively close, right?
Oh yeah, it's roughly.
I'm
15
dropping
feet.
I'm basically just dropping the torch, trying to jam it, and I'm swinging at the elemental.
Okay, you move up to attack it. Go right ahead.
Yep. Uh, 7 to hit.
A 7 will hit it.
Right. 8 damage.
8 damage. That does not hurt it. So you smash it, knock some water away, but it keeps coming. Alvin, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I am going to. Golly. I guess if he can't hit it. Oh, hey, did you factor in the? Are you using the additional die, or did you up your die type for your fighting?
You upped your fighting die, and you get an
For
extra attack.
Rocky,
And you get another attack too.
Oh no, I
you
didn't
get
add
a
any dice.
reroll.
You are using a higher die type on your fighting, right? Because of that boost.
I did not.
Remember, he boosted you. So what's your normal? Well, do this on the second attack. You get an extra attack because you're boosted.
Well, I hit him on the first one. It was just the damage that I missed.
Oh,
Anyway.
right. So go ahead now. Now you get a second attack because of what he gave you. Remember?
No, he gets a reroll, is what he gets.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, yeah. There's no sense. Yeah, there's no sense in a reroll. And if you want to reroll it, you can. It
Well,
doesn't
if
say
he-
it's a,
if he got a raise on it, then he could get an extra die of
but
damage.
it's not a Benny, so I don't know if it would be take the higher two. It's just a reroll. If you reroll,
Right.
I'm going to rule tonight until I look it up that you guys, if you use the reroll, you have to take it.
And I'm re-rolling the attack, or am I re-rolling the damage?
Yeah, you reroll the attack. We should do that before you roll damage in the future.
Okay.
Let's
I'll re-roll
skip
the-
it. Okay, go ahead and do it now. I'll give you a reroll with the higher die. I'm feeling really generous.
I rolled the same thing. I still rolled a 7 to hit him. So
That's a hit. Oh yeah, so that doesn't make a difference. So yeah, that was just
Yeah.
There's no point in re-rolling it if you already hit, actually, except to get a raise, I guess.
Yeah.
I gotta think about that one because it's not really a Benny. Anyway, that's cool. So Alvin, you're up, dude.
Yep. And I'm going to get Jimmy Dean out, and I'm going to try to do some protection on the three of us.
Jimmy Dean is your long iron kind of
Yeah.
cooking utensil that you use as a.
Ooh, and it looks
A
like I
weapon.
got a raise. I don't know if a
All right.
raise gets me anything.
For,
But I got 11 on there.
for what are you doing? I guess maybe.
It's protection. I don't know if we'd get.
Yeah, protection. You get something extra on a raise with if you cast protection.
Okay.
I think if you get a raise, you get to apply.
Oh, with the raise, the bonus is applied to toughness instead,
Yeah.
Ah,
and therefore immune to armor piercing.
that's great. You increase your toughness. Yeah.
Okay, and that's for 5. I've got so many dice going right now for tracking,
Sure.
but yeah, okay.
hmm So is your toughness is this just on you?
No, this is for all three of us.
Okay, protection of some
Oh.
sort.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, this is the flubber, if you remember. It's like
Oh
that
yeah, the
green
flubber.
yellow.
Yeah.
It kind
So we
of
see
comes
yeah.
out and covers
It's plus
each of
2?
us. It is a plus. Well, it says 2 points of armor, but with the raise, this is applied to toughness instead. How does that? Oh,
So
and
that means-
therefore immune to armor piercing modifiers.
Correct. So it literally raises your toughness by 2, which
Heck
you
yeah.
doesn't increase the armor, which is good. Yeah. So everybody's toughness is increased by 2 for 5 rounds, right?
Right.
Yep.
So the cantrip's penalty is pretty severe.
Mm-hmm.
I take a -4 on my arcane checks.
What's the cantrip's penalty?
The cantrip's hindrance.
Oh, okay. So without your spell components?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. All right. So now it would be a new round of combat. So the troll is clearly coming forward. The water elemental's trying to bash Alvin, and I guess Rocky since he's there. So 6 of clubs for Jacques. King of hearts for Alvin. King of clubs for Rocky.
All right.
The bad guys get a jack of spades.
Ugh.
So hearts, King of Hearts, Rocky, you're first. No, Alvin, you're first. My bad.
Alvin is first. I was
Yes,
about to
sir.
say. All right, and I guess I've got Jimmy Dean out. I'm going to go ahead and take a smackaroonie at the water elemental. It's right
Sure.
there, trying to hit
Mhm.
me.
Sure.
And my strength is 6. Or my fighting. Fighting is D6.
D6 against its parry.
Hey, there's a raise.
All right.
Well, not a raise, but an ace, I should say.
Yep.
11.
11. That's a hit with the raise, an extra D6 damage.
Awesome. So that is strength plus D6. So it's 2D6 plus strength. So would that be 3D6 then? Because
you hit-
my strength is a D6, and then the normal thing is add a D6, and then I got a raise, so that's adding. So
So
that's 3D6.
3d6, and you any aces you get, any max rolls, you roll them again. Correct. So you flatten that thing with a bash.
11. Well, wait. Nope. That's. Oh my gosh! I should have rolled a different die. I forgot what that one rolled because I just re-rolled one of my damage dice. So we'll say I got a 12.
12. That
Yeah.
will give you not enough to get a wound, but he is shaken. I'm going to
So
spend
it's
a
jiggling
penny.
like a jello.
I'm going to spend a penny and unshake the water elemental. Go Rocky. Or do you? Yeah, go Rocky.
All right, I am swinging at it.
Okay.
That would be an 8 to hit.
Do you want to re-roll? That hits. There's-
Um,
I'm going to say if you re-roll, you got to take it. Or you're going to be happy with the hit. That doesn't give you a raise. All you're shooting for is trying to get a 10.
yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to
Okay.
be good with that one
All
this
right.
time.
Mm-hmm. Roll damages.
15 damage.
15. That'll cause a wound, and you hit that water elemental, and poosh, it takes a wound. Let me see here, and it's gone.
All right.
You destroy it.
Yay.
Good job.
It is destroyed. Does not have resilience. All right. Next would be the bad guys.
I thought that was the bad guy.
You hear a thump, 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 and the doors open up, and you see a big troll, and he kind of steps in, and behind him you see that sort of darker skinned guy. He's shorter than the troll by about a foot. He is wider in the shoulders. He's wearing some sort of bronze armor that's got kind of coral designs on it. He's also got a halberd, and you see him raises his hand and he casts a spell.
So, Randy, there's still 4 rounds left on that Alchemist Fire too.
Oh, is there?
Kind of-
Okay. So
yeah.
the troll
Oh,
is going to have
excuse me,
to,
three rounds, but it's still there. Yeah.
the troll's going to have to make an agility check as he pushes the door open, or he will take some damage. Let's see. For the troll, I don't think it's all that good. Agility, just a D6. Oh, the troll remembered that, so he pushed it up high, pushed it back. He's kind of nervous, but he comes on through. So now he steps over the fire. It's not enough to it's not a wall of flame. It's just a
Right,
burning, probably that, maybe 8 inches tall. He steps over it and doesn't get his hand on the door part where it's also on fire by sheer stupid luck. And behind him, the other guy comes in and he begins casting another spell. And let's see if he can succeed. Oh, he does, but barely. And you see he, oh gosh, let me see. 1, 2 is going to be Jacques. 1, 2, 3 is odds going to be Jacques. Even is going to be Rocky. He doesn't seem to be too worried about Alvin. So it's Rocky, big fighter. You see him cast, and you see a coral wall about, 20 feet tall, almost to the ceiling, starts to form around you in a circle. I need you to make an agility check, and you got to beat his spellcasting roll. Or sorry, agility would be my bad. Is it agility or? Give me 1 second. Agility, yes.
Agility or agility?
I was going to say agility.
I'm going to go with agility.
Well, I'm saying I was going to say you could use athletics if you want. I'm good with that too. If that's better.
No, they're the same.
Okay. Agility or agility, yeah.
Ooh. Okay. 8.
8. Okay, you managed to jump out of the way, but you see about a probably 5-foot diameter cylinder form, and it goes almost to the ceiling, and you manage to jump out. He looks kind of annoyed at that, and looks like it is Jacques' turn. So Jacques, you're currently at -4.
On my arcane checks, but I can't do anything else but cast. So
Gotcha.
I mean, we got that one troll that stepped through.
Mm-hmm.
Is he kind of like moving up to Larry? What does it look like?
The one troll he's coming forward wherever he's right now. He pushed the door open, saw the fire, stepped open. That's all he got to do.
It's hard to tell where he's going.
He's probably going to go to Larry. Larry's the biggest target, but currently at this point, Larry is kind of sort of right beside Alvin. I assumed you moved back behind both of them, or to the. I will assume that they're on the eastern side of the picture, Larry and Alvin, and you're probably on the western side, unless you move. I mean, we didn't say so.
Okay, I'm going to try to burn him down with my bolt of bedevilment.
And you're at -4 in this roll?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It doesn't work. Don't roll I'm going to even spend an extra 2 points for
sure,
more burning power.
Get him.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
I aced my D6.
Mm-hmm.
9. So that's a success.
That is a success and a raise, right?
No.
Oh, that's what
I get a -4.
So it's a 5, just a success.
It's a 5.
Okay.
And then so because I cast it for power, I still get 3 dice instead of 2.
Ooh, so if you got a raise, you got 4.
Yeah.
Look at that. Fire on the troll.
9.
9 damage will shake the troll. I'm going to spend a Benny and unshake him.
See how you are?
Yeah, I am like that. And
it's a wild card?
No, but I have a Benny, 3 extra Bennies I can use on Mooks.
Oh.
Because 3 players. I can use them whatever. I'm being fair. I'm bouncing a little bit of wild card action, a little bit of Benny. I'm trying to be fair. Not really.
I disagreed.
All right, so new round.
I did force him to spend a Benny, though. So that's good.
Queen of Diamonds for Jacques. 9 of Clubs for Alvin. Jack of Clubs for Rocky. And a 4 of Hearts for the bad guys.
Yay.
Poop on that.
So I get to go again.
I'm going to use another Benny, and I'm going to draw another card.
Hey.
Oh, 4 of Diamonds. Last week was better. I like my jokers.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so the queen goes first. Joe's the queen.
Hey. Watch it up there. We're going to do the same thing.
All right.
Burning bolt of bedevilment.
Burning on the troll?
On the troll.
Okay. -17 to your roll.
Yeah, didn't make it.
All right.
I'm gonna step up next to the troll. I'm gonna step next to Larry.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have my staff out in a menacing like manner.
Right, looking very scary.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, go Jack of Clubs. That would be Rocky. You're up, Daddy-O. You move up to the troll?
Nope, I'm gonna step up the other guy.
Okay, move up to that.
You tried to encircle me. I'm seeking vengeance.
Okay.
Don't forget to use that die type difference there, Larry.
Yeah, 1 die type higher.
1 die type higher?
So
yeah.
So hold on.
Fighting.
Whatever you're fighting is, because of the boost, it should be 1 die higher.
Okay. I was thinking I rolled again. Okay, got it.
But you'd both, because I did the
yeah, you get both.
I got a raise on it.
If you hit, you're good. If you don't, you can re-roll.
Well, a 10 to hit?
10 hits with a raise.
With the raise?
Yep.
Sweet. So that's that. Now I gotta that. Where's my D8? There. $12
damage.
Yep.
He looks to be shaken only for a moment. As I spend a chip, I'm not shaken. All right, look at me use chips. 9 of Clubs. Go, Alvin.
All right. What is the stat, I guess, that the casting troll uses for casting? Is it usually smarts?
Usually it's smarts. Unless he's a priestly dude, then it would be spirits.
Can't really tell.
You can't really tell. It could be one or the other, you guess.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to lower its. I'm going to attempt to lower its smarts,
Okay.
and I am going to make it strong.
Ooh.
So if I'm successful, the spirit roll to shake off the effect is made at -2.
So I don't do an opposed roll. I just make a spirit. Yeah, gotcha.
Well, oh shoot.
Is it opposed?
Okay. Oh, and it's if I get a raise, it's 2 die type.
Right, but I don't get an opposed roll. You just make.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
well,
Not good.
I got an ace. Let's see.
Yes, you did. Not good for me.
No, it's only 7.
I hate
Of
when
course,
you
I'd
get that
roll a 1 on the other d6.
You got a success though. So the
So-
smarts die drops down by 1.
And the spirit roll to shake it off is made at a -2 because of the extra mana that I spent.
Oh.
And he doesn't shake. I don't think he shakes it off until the end of his turn.
So that's the.
Sounds right. Sounds good. Okay.
And that's
Let me do
for,
a quick. I'm gonna do a quick calculation, guys, because he's cast more than a couple of spells here. So. And
Oh, it says you immediately, or a victim automatically tries to shake off the effect with spirit roll as a free
Oh.
action at the end of his following turns.
okay, sounds good. And it's the bad guy's turn. So the big troll is going to come. Is going to come over and attack Larry since he's attacking his buddy. He will turn and he will try to stab you with his spear. That was cocked. A 5 does not hit your parry.
Nope.
The big guy he's going to stare at the wall. Give me a second here. He's going to try to cast Bolt on you, Larry. See his hands crackle in energy.
Larry dropped out. He must have
So he's dead.
disconnected.
Larry's dead. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sure he will show back up.
There's no penalty for casting in melee, correct, Joe, in this game?
I don't know.
I think I have to hit parry. I have to
don't-
hit his parry. I
If
know
it's a
that's for sure.
ranged thing, you
It's
have
just
to just carry. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't think I did. I think his lightning bolt is successful, but he ends up firing it off because his fear of the great and powerful Larry. And now, or of what's his nuts? And now,
Sorry about that. I have no clue what happened.
That's fine.
his hands crackle with electrical energy. He tried to shoot at you, but you swinging your sword, he was off, and he shoots a lightning bolt and hits the wall, and it knocks up some of the carved wall off. 7 of diamonds for Jacques. 3 of diamonds for Alvin. 3 of spades for Rocky. And the ace of diamonds for the bad guy.
Randy, did the caster try to shake off the
Oh,
effect of
sorry. Thank you.
-2?
-2 spirit roll, right?
Yes.
I hope you're happy because that's literally his worst roll.
We are.
-2. Oh, ace. A 4 is a success, so he makes it. 6 minus 2 is 4.
Boo.
Shaky, shaky. My magic is back, baby.
Boo.
And so the troll is going to attempt to attack Mr. Rocky. Does a 6 hit your parry, Rocky?
No.
Okay. His caster friend is going to attempt to cast a spell. Now he has his coolness back. And he gets a success. And he moves up and away from you. You get a free attack. He flies into the air.
I get a free attack.
Yeah, because he's casting and moving. So you get a chance to hit him.
A 6.
A 6 will hit his parry. You
Oh
hit
my.
him.
keep missing it. Nine damage.
9 damage. He shakes that off. Doesn't seem to hurt him. He flies up. He flies all the way up to the top of that coral sort of cylinder and just is hovering over there. And he's got his halberd out. So next would be Jacques.
Well, that's no good. Because we all know Rocky probably doesn't have any ranged attacks.
He's probably got a bow.
No, he doesn't. You do?
Yeah, he's cool like that.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to cast a bolt on him as well, firebolt.
Okay.
Yes.
You will be at -8 against him with firebolt.
Why is that?
He has protection.
Oh, okay. Well, I already said I'm casting it, so I'm gonna cast it. It's gonna be pretty much no go.
Ace.
I had to ace a lot,
Ace.
and I did not. So fizzle.
There's a. He seems to have powerful magic. Those little fish swimming around him, they're like, no firebolt for you. Those little
Okay.
flying fish. All right. Next would be Rocky, spades before diamonds. Yeah, so I forgot to describe. He's got like little flying fish going around his
No,
body.
you described that.
To you, but not to
Yeah,
them. But yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop my sword and grab my crossbow and take a fire. Ooh,
Is the other troll down?
No.
The other troll's not down.
does a 9 hit it?
So you're going to fire your crossbow at someone else while that troll is right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I ain't scared of no troll. I even yell at the troll. Get away from me.
Okay.
I will turn you into mincemeat if you try it.
Go ahead. Fire.
Go ahead.
You need a 4.
Oh, I hit it. I hit a 9 on that.
You rolled a 9. That's a
Yep.
raise. Okay.
That's a raise.
The troll swings at you because you're not looking at him, but I'm rolling like
And
dog
I did
food.
20. I did 20 damage.
With a
I did
what?
15. I did 15 before the raise.
With a what?
A crossbow. I have a 2d8. I have a 2d8
Oh my
crossbow.
goodness! 15 damage.
I do 2d8 on my crossbow.
That shakes my troll. He's
No,
shaking.
20.
20.
Oh my bad. So 20 will actually give him 2 wounds. That sucks. Okay. He
And I
looks
yell
rough.
at the troll. You're next if you stay.
Okay. Make an intimidation roll.
Ten.
Okay. He takes off. He takes off running through the doors. Let's see if he gets burnt.
We'd get attached,
doesn't-
right?
You're not meleeing the troll, are you?
Oh,
No, I
I am. Well, I was next to Larry,
Yeah, but you're not.
and then Larry moved up to the wizard,
Yeah.
and then the
And
troll.
Larry's
moved
got
up
a
to the-
crossbow in his hand. Do you have a melee weapon? Are you meleeing the troll? I forgot, Alvin.
The last thing I did, I think, was cast lower. So, I mean, I have Jimmy Dean out, but I wasn't in melee with the
With
troll.
the troll? No, because I'm going to say no, so you don't get an attack. So he's going to run. He's heading off toward where he's going. He's going to flee. It's not his turn. So you can tell Rocky seems to have convinced him. It is your turn, however.
What's this, moi?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, hop over the little fire that's there,
Mhm.
and then
Okay, the troll has not fled yet. You can tell he's getting ready to. So you don't have to hop over the fire. You can go right up to him and hit him if that's what you want to do.
oh yeah, I'd like to go hit him.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go hit him. Well, I'd like to try to hit him.
Sure. On his turn, he's going to flee.
Yeah, I'll use a Benny. I feel like we're getting close to the end here.
Okay. Since it is all
Worse, I miss.
Okay.
I
Mr. Troll.
miss.
All right. New round. Here comes the cards.
The fire goes out, and Larry, you feel the empowered sensation fizzle away.
You
Okay.
see on the troll that's flying, his fish disappear.
Oh, cool.
Oh, but he can spend a point and get him back up. So he puts him back up. Forget it. I'm spending a point. You crazy
On
talk?
his turn,
Is that? Are you sure?
how else can you
Well, his
spend your
fish doesn't
points?
go down on it. It has to go down on his turn too. So
Yeah.
suck it.
That makes sense.
2 of clubs for Jock.
Of course.
2 of hearts for Alvin.
Someone stacked that deck.
It seems like it. 4. I got a 4 of clubs for Rocky. And 7 of clubs for me. Ha ha. Bad guy. So fish begin to fizzle. He does his thing. Then he flies off through the hole, trying to fleeing for his life.
That's fine. I don't care.
The troll also flees. Alvin can swing again at the troll if he wishes. 'Cause he
Might as
doesn't-
well. I don't
He
see any
does
reason
not have
not to.
extraction.
Is it like an instant hit when I ace on both d6s?
Well, probably, yeah, more than likely.
Well, let's see here. So that's 2 more d6. Okay, so that would be 11.
Yep, that's a raise.
Okay, so 3d6.
Smack that troll.
Oh, that looks like an ace. So there's 9, 11, 14.
14 damage. That troll will take a wound, just 1 wound. So he's still up, but he is hurt badly.
Oh.
And
Oh, that's because it's not fire.
but he keeps running along. He's heading out toward. You assume the
Isn't he
exit
an
toward the
extra?
stairs. Yeah, they're very resilient. 2 extra wounds.
Oh.
They're an extra with 2 wounds. Love that. Very cool. And it's Alvin's turn. You gonna give chase or let that dude go?
I mean, I've got one more thing of Alchemist Fire. I might as well try to
Sure.
throw it at him.
Go right ahead. Make it's an athletics roll, I believe, for you.
Okay. I got a success.
All right. That's not going to be good for the troll.
Well, it's only 2d4, but
It's
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah, it's
If
fire.
you wound him, he's going to be screaming like bloody murder. And probably
Yeah,
burning
I
his
took
body.
down that other troll. I didn't even do as many hit points as you did.
well, and here I guess is the interesting, if you want to call it that thing, is that at the start of his next turn, he'll take 2d4 minus 2 as well, if that comes into play at all. I did 6 damage with that fire.
That burns, but it does not cause a wound.
Sure.
All right. Are you going to try to give? Well, you can't run, but you can move. Rocky, you're next.
Can I still see the guy trying to fly away?
He can move. Yes, you can. He's up toward he's like right in the middle of the hole, getting ready to head off.
I'm going to shoot at him again.
Sure. So at this point, he would be pretty close to about 80 feet away. What is that on the range of your crossbow? Probably not a problem.
Nope, that's too far away then.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's 15, 30, and 60.
That's 15 squares. So that would only be no. He's within range for you. 15 is not feet. 15 is like 15 hexes away, squares away. He would be, if I converted that, divide that by technically let's just say 5. So it goes in that 1 and 6. Oh, he's 16. He is in medium range for you. So you get a -2 on your shooting roll.
Okay, so a 7 to hit.
Damn, dude. You hit him.
I aced.
Dude, you're on fire. Good.
I aced a D4 twice.
Right on. You got a D4 in shooting?
Yeah, I didn't take shooting.
Dude, that's D4 -2 in shooting.
Yeah,
If you don't have
I
it as a skill, you're okay.
I aced a D4 twice and then rolled a 1, so 9 -2, 7.
-4 because it's
Minus
-2
4,
because
so
not
5.
having the skill. How much?
so it'd be a 5 then.
That's still enough. Damn it. You hit him. His parry's
Not an
only
ace,
a
but
5.
it's enough.
Dang it! You're gonna kill my
Yeah.
ogre mage.
No, I'm not. I rolled 2 damage.
Oh no!
2d8. I rolled 2 1s.
Just the flesh wound. Go, Jacques. Get him.
You know, brag about getting rolled freaking raises.
Oh, his little fishies are done, right?
No, he repowered him.
He repowered them, so I can't really do anything to him.
-8 would be hard, yeah. All right. So the
What I will do though is I'll move. Is it still glowing in there, or was that him?
yes, glowing green. Nope. Looks like there's something
Okay.
on the pedestal. I'll
There we go.
describe it more when you guys move in there.
Yeah, I just did. I'm going to move in.
Okay. Time out. Randy's got to go to the potty.
Okay, well then I'm going to time out and take my doggy outside.
Do that. I'm
Oh,
right
he's
back,
got
guys. sorry, we're gonna take a break. Oh wow, we're
Short break.
both gonna leave. So Larry and Ben,
Yeah, I
you
guess
guys
this is the Larry and Ben show now.
yeah, you guys
That's
take
Larry
over.
Ben.
Take over.
So, what should we say about Randy and Joe now?
What can't we say? I mean, we have free reign of the channel now.
We have free reign. Wow. Should we rename the show then?
Yeah,
Or
I
should
think
we
we
say
should. So we need to come up with a clever way to combine our names. Laren. Barry. Boom. That's easy.
Barry.
Yeah. Anybody out there see? Let's keep the chat. Hold on. Let's keep the chat spoiler free just in case. But anybody out there see the Wolverine Deadpool movie? Larry and I went to go see it together.
I will say yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. What did you think? I thought it was a lot of fun, and so I said this before, and I will say it again. But I would say that Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool, and that Hugh Jackman was born to play Wolverine. Would you agree with that, Larry?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've also been watching. Have you ever seen the Boys, the TV show The Boys? I'm assuming
I have not.
Okay. Do you know who Kyle Urban is? The actor? He's an angry Aussie. He was what's his name?
Not
in
right
Lord
off
of
the
the
top of my
Rings?
head.
Anyway, if you saw, I was watching The Boys the other day, and I was thinking, I think if they needed somebody to replace Hugh Jackman, I think he could do it. But as they said in the movie, till he's 90, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Duncan has not seen it yet. Well, hey, you need to get on that, Duncan.
Don't ruin it for him then.
No, I'm not. I hate spoilers, and that's what I was just about to say. Is that on my Facebook? Like, there's people have no shame. What is the word? People don't care. They just put the movie was out yesterday. I'm gonna make a meme about it that could potentially have a spoiler
and ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, and that ticks me off. I don't. I'm an old man. I don't know what to say. Just have some.
Yeah, you're a young man.
Courtesy.
I'm an old man.
I can't disagree.
I am not quite as old as Joe and Randy, but I'm not that far behind.
Okay, sure. He's been
I mean,
trying to tell me this for years.
we're talking months, not years.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think I'm not far behind. It's months behind, so it's not that far.
See, every time that you've said that you're younger, you've always made it seem like it was years and years and years.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's just months and months and months. Oh my gosh.
That's the funny part to me.
Yeah. So I was talking about these dice. I don't think I'm going to be able to show them off very well due to the camera, but to just give you the idea, yeah, it's really, really hard to see. Well, it's decently hard to see. But
Okay.
Each one has a different speckled egg in it, and they're different colors. And the die itself is kind of two-tone, so it's got like some sparkly browns on the bottom and then clear otherwise. But each egg is a different color, so it kind of gives each die a different
look.
color. Yeah. So
Right.
I like the brand, and I have them right here. Gatekeeper Games. They have like mystery dice sets, and this specific set is called Dinosaur Eggs. So
Cool.
I
got another set.
Did you really?
The bigger ones.
Oh yeah. I like those. Oh man.
And they have like daggers. It's kind of hard to tell on here, on all of them. But these are also almost twice the size as a normal dice. Which, by the way, as I get older, makes it easier to read.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm. Oh, hey, thanks, Duncan. Duncan, do you have a favorite set of dice that you like to play with? Describe it to us. All of your dice belong to us. Oh, Randy's back. Dang it.
There shall be no new rain.
Oh, the new rain over.
The rain is over.
No. Welcome to the Ben and Larry show.
Do not listen to them, my minions. They're not my minions. My peeps, man. So
Nature finds a way.
that was kind of a fun fight.
Yeah. Fun. We almost got Merkelized. No, we
You
did
guys
pretty
were
well.
fabulous.
We did better than fighting in the water. Imagine that.
Oh, that would have been a lot worse. And that water elemental's he gets a free reroll on his attacks and his damage in the water.
So I guess what I was picturing is like a water elemental. No,
You know,
but
yeah,
like,
so
Like a wave.
yeah,
kind
I'm
of like
picturing just like this.
it came up like a wall, but then all of a sudden it could form sort of a really rough fist and just like a pseudo.
Yeah, but how can you damage it if it's water? You're just slicing through it.
Right. So that is a good question. There's no resistance to.
You drink it.
Well, it says there's no like needs magic weapons to hit, but I do believe Larry's got a magic weapon, don't you, Larry?
My great sword has a +1 to fighting, but
Correct. So it's magical.
and here's the remarkable thing is I wrote down what it was +1 for, but I can't read my own handwriting. So I have no clue. So I can't take the +1 on anything.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it closer, but I'm almost positive the water elementals are not immune. I have their stats here. I don't think they're immune to regular weapons. So there's that. Now, what is kind of cool, being as big as they were, like 8 feet, they would normally have a penalty of 2 to hit anybody, but they have an edge called SWAT, so they get to ignore up to 4 size penalties, which is pretty deadly. I mean, water elementals can be pretty awesome, yeah. So when they're big like that, and if he did hit, granted I didn't roll a hit, but if he hit, he did a D12 plus a D6 damage. So he could put a hurting on a player character pretty quick.
Well, he could hurt me even pretty good.
Oh, he could take a player out in 1 hit. There's no doubt.
He's back. He's back.
Oh, okay, we'll take his character out later.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
He didn't even hear us. Never mind.
So we took a quick break, and we're going to try to come close to wrapping this up. There's a little bit more to do. You guys are going to gather yourselves, or you said you're heading into that main chamber, which is clearly the altar/temple proper, you believe.
I would like to take a moment to drink one of my mana restoring potions.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I am out.
Right. Good move. So you restore some mana there. That's good.
Maybe you'd like to rest for an hour. I'm sure Randy won't do anything.
Yeah, no. We'll be safe.
Well,
Everything's fine.
To clarify, a little meta here. The reason you were being attacked by the trolls and stuff, he was inside. And you guys used a lot of magic attacking those crabs. They knew you were out there. So he sent those trolls and a water elemental to check.
Oh, so now that they're gone, we could potentially get a full hour, maybe a little bit easier.
Hey, maybe have a whole day. Just chill, man.
Wait, now hold on.
No.
Take a big old nap.
How do you get your components back, Jacques?
I don't.
Yes, go back to town.
I have to go to an appropriate area and search around for stuff or buy.
Oh, that too. It may not be. I have to look and see. He may have to actually search them out himself. I got to.
Or it's either or. It's either you buy them or you go search them out. It's
No, I can't cure that with relief.
Nope.
No, I guess maybe not.
He is dependent upon his components,
Okay.
but I think you are too.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible when the one fleeing troll was shot. It's possible that he happened to drop a component pouch, but probably not.
Probably not.
He probably did.
He was an ogre mage. Now he was fine. He didn't drop anything. He had a couple magic items, but he's off with them. He had protection on, and I rolled a raise. So he, instead of -2, he was -4. So any spell you cast him was -8 for anybody. Any opponent's power. He was real and damage too. And damage. So you'd have been, I don't know if your -4 counted for damage, but his -4 counted for spell attack and damage. So he would have taken less damage against anything you cast against him, or less.
Yeah, it's the arcane skill check rolled. I got the -4.
Right. Yeah, it makes it tough. It's a pretty awesome power.
Anyway,
Yeah, so anyway, you guys go back to the doors. The alchemist fire is now down. The troll is long gone. You see a large pedestal. It is clearly made of some sort of green stone. You don't know if it's emerald or not, but sitting on it is a sphere about this big, and it's giving off this greenish glow. Not massive, but enough to light up the room. You see around it what appears to be 4 basins. That's the only way I could describe it. It's like almost like water basins. Of course, the walls and such in this semicircular chamber, they're also the same bas relief, super detail, look like a variety of elven folk doing different sorts of rituals and stuff, and dedication to what all you can tell is you get the feeling from the bas relief and the frescoes and stuff. It's some female sea goddess of some sort. I don't know if anybody has a faith skill. Probably not. That's something that I think Patrick's character had. He's a faith-based mage.
Yeah, I've got occult and I've got common knowledge.
This would be hard too to pull off, even with the faith-based. It would not be an easy roll. Probably a little known deity, but this place, like I said, the walls are incredible detail. They look lifelike almost. But around this pedestal is a contraption. You notice the ring of water, the little 3-inch, 4-inch wide, 6-inch deep, sort of circular pattern, kind of loops in and on itself, and it makes a dolphin sort of shape underneath those basins. And so it looks to be still active and moving. The floor itself is more bluish. You definitely can there's no doubt there's an intense amount of magic emanating from these 4 basins, and the orb itself, which you assume is the orb of the Elder Tide that he was looking for. And
that's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's something.
Well, that's in character. Oh, that's what we're looking for in it. And
Correct.
then I'll go try to grab it.
Okay. You grab it. You can feel some power coming from it. And you go, and you look at it. It seems to be laying right on the pedestal. Dang. Can't get it off. And as you're trying to move it, you kind of hear you hear a splashing sound, like if you were standing by on a beach.
Yep.
A rocky beach, and you can hear it very distinctly. And it's it's not from the beach nearby. It's really clear as you hold the orb. It feels like it's making that sound in your head. You can tell it's doing something. You can sense its power. You've held a magic item, and that feels a sense of power. This feels very powerful.
The 4 basins, do they have water or anything in them?
They do not. Do you take a moment and look at them?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have the following? Well, if you look at the basins, you'll notice that one of them has a curved line with sort of like a peak to it inside of it, etched inside of it. Another one has what appears to be a cloud with droplets falling from it. The other one has a curving, meandering line. These are all drawn into the bottom of the basins. And the last one has what appears to be 6 curved arcs sort of on top of each other. So they look like this, and they're side by side, making almost like a wave pattern. And there looks to be a variety of other devices, like pieces of metal and tubing, and they're all kind of made of this either crystal or some kind of greenish blue. Gives it a real oceanic sort of feel, and they're connected in some way, but it's not really obvious, but it does seem to be connected. And
do we all see that? I'm sorry. Do we all notice this, or just Joe's character?
Yes. No.
Okay.
If you guys glance, he looks in the basins. He sees the
He
information.
relays the information.
But you guys can see the connection and stuff like that.
He's not going to let you look in him, though.
But
wait.
Alvin, are you hanging on to that orb, or are you letting go?
Well,
You can't get it off. You don't think you can get it off the pedestal.
Right. No, as soon as my character's impulsive, so I was like, oh, let's just grab it, right? So I
Take a
as soon
chip.
as
Take a chip.
okay, thanks.
That was bold.
As soon as impulsive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'll take it. Hey, I'm not going to turn down.
No,
Benny.
yeah.
So,
I'm a little slow on giving chips, and I got to learn to be a little better with that.
Yeah, you do. As soon as I noticed I couldn't get it off, I was like, well, okay, there's no, common sense. I can't get that off of there. And I noticed Jacques looking inside of one basin. What do you see?
I'll let you know. I step back and I'll let you know what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Does it look like it has any relationship to the 4 elements?
No, but if you can make a, give me a second here. I'll get these written down. Do you have knowledge related to nature, faith, repair, or survival?
Survival.
You can make that check if you wish.
Everybody or just Jacques?
Anybody that wants to, that's looking at it, can do that if you're
Okay.
taking a peek at the mechanism.
Yeah, I'll look at it with him. I have never seen anything like this before in my life.
Got a 4.
Okay. You get the feeling that you could feed through some of the tubes and stuff that are there. You can move it in such a way that water would go into any one of the 4 basins and probably flow any way you wanted it to if you adjusted the basin just right. So you could flow from one basin to the other in any order that you wished of the 4 basins. That's what you can tell.
Okay, so can you describe the images in the basin again? Basins?
Yeah, so inside that, again, this would take, if you want to try to figure more about them, I can give you the descriptions. But there's another check you could
You
make.
said that one has 4 peaks. Is there
A curved line with sort of a peak. So it kind of
Uh-huh.
rises up like this, and it has a peak. Then a cloud with multiple droplets falling from it. A meandering line that does like this carved inside the bottom. And 6 curved arcs. Looks like symbolizing almost like a wave or an
like a
ebb,
mountain range or waves?
almost like waves, you would say.
So Alvin would is gonna. He had a stroke of an idea here, I guess. Maybe, hopefully, not a pure stroke. He's gonna take off his hat, and you said that there's water on the floor.
Yes,
He's gonna dip his hat. It's just a leather. It can hold some water,
sure.
right? And I'm gonna get the water and take it over to the one that's got the cloud with the droplets.
We can just hook a
Yep.
tube up to it and we'll get water in it.
But
Oh,
yes,
and I'm gonna wring out the hat.
sure.
Over,
Okay.
And so it makes kind of like droplets into
Okay.
the basin.
And when
Anything
you do,
happen?
it fills up almost completely full.
Okay.
And then it slowly goes down and pours
Okay.
itself back into the floor.
Okay. So we have to make like an interconnecting.
You get the feeling you're going to have to make a decision into what order you're going to have these basins flow into each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so that's with the tubing. We can switch the tubing around for each one.
Yes. What is Rocky doing at this point?
Standing back, watching in awe.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I'm gonna walk up to one of the basins
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna plop my head in.
Oh, well, there's no liquid in it, so you can just put your head in if you want to. Nothing
Yeah.
happens. It's somewhat cool, but so.
Well, the one that he just rang out, as
Yeah.
you said, it slowly starts going down.
Yeah.
Before it goes down, I'm just plopping my head in.
Oh, okay.
It's
get
humid in here. I need a little.
You
I
get a
need a little
little-
water.
You get a little taste of it, and it's fresh water.
Oh.
It's salt water.
No, it's
No.
fresh water.
That's fresh water. Oh,
Yep.
I raised my head back up and wipe what little bit I can get to my face
Okay.
and say, "That's refreshing, guys.
You drank some of that?
That's
Just a little
fresh
bit.
water."
Okay, I'm going to go this direction.
Sure.
Starting with the raindrops,
Mm-hmm.
then going to the peaks, then going to the meandering kind of line.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh no!
hold on. Why don't you make? So you guys have survival, but do this. Make another survival roll. Maybe you can figure out sort of what these
So
symbols mean. Is that what you're trying to do, or I'm not sure what
No,
you're
I'm just telling you what order I'm going to
Oh, sure. Thank you. So I'm sorry, I was confused. So go ahead. So what order,
So-
Joe?
do. First with the raindrops.
The raindrops first. Sounds good.
Okay. Next,
it's the peak, I would say,
the
because
single
that'd be
peak.
like going down the mountain.
Okay, single
there's
peak. Then the line, kind of the meandering line,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Out into the ocean.
and then the waves.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you do that, so you're lining them up and you're pouring the water in, you notice they fill in that sequence. So you start with the raindrops, either pour or like Ben, like Alvin did, and you see they flow through pretty smoothly, and it goes down and it goes back into the water and it starts to move fairly rapidly, and you see a greenish glow come about that, and then you see that the pedestal stops glowing while this water is flowing. And it's no longer glowing, and the orb is there like before, but it's just kind of now moving.
Okay, so
Water's
I'm
flowing,
going to try to take the thing off now.
it comes right off.
Okay,
Boom!
Nice.
You have the orb.
first try.
That's what we're going to tell everybody, at least, Jack.
That was good.
Ah,
That was good.
Okay.
Basically, you guys figured it was the water cycle.
My
That's what you
first
figured
try.
out. Well done. Yes. Good job. Bonus points. Brownie points. You also feel a bit of a shake. The whole temple goes.
Yeah, let's go out of the temple. We need to leave
yeah.
temple.
yeah.
You can get the heck out of Dodge.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys run out, and it slowly starts to move. It is starting to sink. Riley's like, I think we need to go. You guys get there. It's not as like super stressful. It's not like, oh, we're gonna die, but you can tell it's going back down. You guys hop back in the boat, and Riley says, man, let's get back. So he starts heading back, and he makes his way back to the Celestial Wanderer. You do have that orb in hand. Behind you, you see that the temple does go below the water after about 3 minutes. You know, it's like halfway under and then slowly goes under. It's not making a big giant like rumbling sound, but it is shaking a little bit from this distance. You can sort of feel it, and before long, you can watch it. Even with the with the Seeker's moon up, you can see it slowly go below the waves in a strangely smooth way, not a dramatically like that, but it goes back under the waves. Perhaps maybe never to be seen again. Who knows? So you make your way back after a little while to the Celestial Wanderer, and Darius is awakened as you guys come aboard. He comes back and he goes, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys are fine." He goes, "Success? I feel like you have success." And he goes, "Oh, can I have the orb?" Oh, and he reaches for it. He goes, "Fantastic."
Good deal.
And as he turns from you, you notice that he starts to shrink. He's getting smaller, in fact, thinner. And the clothes he's wearing don't quite fit. He looks pretty small. And you see his fingers get a little bit longer. And he goes, "Wow, I didn't expect it to happen so fast." And he turns and you see he's an elf. He has wrinkles below his eyes. He looks very old. And he goes, "Fenya be praised." And he says a few words again that nobody understands. The whole ship that are there, the people that are awake, they're flabbergasted. And you see him in turn. He's like, "I can't tell you how much this means to me. I am forever in your debt. I owe you a debt of gratitude I'm not sure I can ever repay." He says, "My actual name is Nalian Alaric." He goes,
Wow.
"I've been under this curse for 7 centuries." And he goes, "If there's anything you need of me, something I can do in the future, please don't hesitate to call." And he reaches into his pouch and he hands each one of you a seashell. And it looks to be made of jade. And he goes, "Simply call into this and I will return to you. I owe you a favor. That is wonderful." And he goes, "Everyone is free." And he turns to a man and he goes, I forget the guy's name from last time, and he says, "The ship is now yours. Please take me to port, and I will bid you a fond farewell. You have been fantastic crew. Thank you so much."
I have a question.
Yep.
So that we know what sort of favor or whatever we can ask of you in the future. What should we need to know a little bit about you.
Okay, so on the way back, sure, he shares with you this. He was a follower of a elven sea goddess called Fenya. He was also a mage. He spent many years. He was the first family of Asla Alari, which is the old elven city that's now below the waves. He says, "Unfortunately, I was brash when I was young. I was warned by the priest and the council not to dabble too deeply into this orb, and I did. And I am the cause of the sinking of Asla Alaria."
Wow.
He goes, "I have lived my whole life, none of my family. I will find a resting place for this orb. I will not use it again, and that you can trust. And
Keep it safe."
Correct. "I think there is great power here that is good. I was a foolish young elf, and I was cursed to walk the earth as a human. And whatever powers I have, whatever I can do for you, I will. I have access to no small amount of coin. I could reward you with 1,000 gold pieces each, if you prefer. Or, as I said, a favor to be named later."
Okay.
You get the feeling this dude, even if you ask him any questions, he seems to be pretty knowledgeable about magic. You get the feeling homeboy is a wizard of no small skill.
Okay. I would hate to have called him up and said, "Hey, this is our problem." He's like, "Well, I can't do anything for you. Sorry, you used your
So
shell."
basically, he's been an adventurer for 700 years. He sent several people to try to do this with no success. He was cursed, not allowed to do anything himself. He could not do any magic to help you. But when you get back to town, you see if you hang around, he says his goodbyes to his shipmates. Most are utterly floored. The first mate is thrilled because he's basically given the keys, as it were, to the Wanderer, which is a massive ship. And at the end, you see him cast a spell, and you see this large bird-like creature appears on the docks. You know it as a griffin. He mounts it, bids you a fond farewell.
Before you leave, kind sir,
Mhm.
I have a small favor.
Yes.
I have this mask that I'm cursed that I can't take off ever. Is there a chance you can remove the curse?
I don't see why not. Join me. We ask you to hop onto the back of the Griffin.
All right, I'll jump on.
I will need some time. We shall go to my library. And when we return, the curse shall be lifted. I am confident.
Will that take our?
That takes Larry's little
Oh, okay.
emerald seashell. No, each one of you have a favor, not just.
Oh, I thought it was collective. One collective.
No, one each. So if that's what you want, Larry, next session you can lift the cursed hindrance, if you wish, and he will return you back to Kalishtar. We'll say some time has passed, and he has relieved you of your cursed shield, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
We'll finally see what Rocky looks like underneath that helmet.
Right.
Hopefully, it was a good decision.
It may not be. All right, so we're doing
Here's the problem. It's been so long, I don't even remember.
Now, I think we had decided that we were going to do an advance every 2 quote unquote points. I'm going to give you a point every time we do an adventure. So this will be a point. I don't know where you guys are at. If if you're at 2, that means you'll go back to 0. And if you got 2 experience points from last time, so you should be keeping track of these. And every time you get 2, it resets to 0 and you get an advance. Does that make sense?
Right.
So, yeah. And Larry, that is cursed a major hindrance?
I don't remember if it was a major. Or
Look
minor.
it up. If it's major, you'll actually get. I have to look and see. You might get those points back to spend. I'm not sure, but you can decide. I have some ideas. Well, we can talk about your character. I have an idea what we might could do with him. So
Okay.
all right.
You probably have to look up what happens when you get rid of a hindrance. Because pretty much what you normally would do is you spend in advance to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's major.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if you're doing
This is a special gift, so I'm going to say it counts.
It was a minor.
It was minor. Still. Okay. So session over. I had a good time.
yeah, that was fun.
It was very interesting. Do we have some time? Well, it's 9:30. Probably don't have much time to discuss anything at this point. But online I find to be challenging for me. This is more difficult than I thought it would
Yeah,
be.
it's a different.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's that bad as a player, especially if the DM provides some visual. If we were going completely,
I kid you not. I wish I could show you, but I had 15 visuals prepared, and I don't know in StreamYard how I can show them. For some reason, my computer is not. We worked on it. My computer is not allowing me to present PDFs and files. I can present websites, like let's see here. Let me remove that. But this is all that I can do. And Joe and I and Larry, we looked at it, beforehand, so I can present that well enough. Which that's one of the big.
that's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, I'm not sure. So
It might be. Well, you've been able to do this too, since
my new computer. Yeah.
you have you only have one screen that you're working off of.
Oh, so 2 screens would be better, huh?
What browser are you using?
I am using Chrome.
I don't know why it's not working.
Me neither.
Talk to your folks.
Yeah, I will.
Talk to your folks, and maybe they'll. I don't know. I don't know Max at all. So,
Yep.
see you later, Duncan.
Okay, well, I'd like to suggest everybody watching hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Big Geek Con 2024 is going to be September 20th to 22nd. Joe, did you fix those time slots I talked about or not? Because I want to put the Horde Wars games up.
I will work on it tonight.
Okay.
After we get out of here. I don't have to work tomorrow. So.
Okay. Larry and Ben, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you showing up tonight. It was so cool.
Yes, very cool.
I don't know if you guys have a minute or two after we're done. I would like to bounce something off you guys.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. Are we ready to check out of here, Joe?
I believe so.
Okay, guys.
We
Thanks
are.
for joining us. It was fun. Remember, if you can't be big like us. Oh, this is Randy. I'm Randy. Sorry.
And I'm Joe.
And if you can't be big like us, then be geeks like us.